Boudica was once a well-known queen of historic Britain who led a revolt towards the Roman occupiers. Boudica used to be born in 30 AD in southeast England. Around CE 48, she married Prasutagus, the head of the Iceni tribe in southeast England. They lived in Norfolk and, throughout the lifestyles of Prasutagus, had been given semi-independence from the Roman occupiers. Prasutagus was once given the freedom to stay king of the Iceni, however beneath the dominion of Rome. Despite some blessings of Roman rule, the Iceni humans suffered many indignities such as slavery and excessive taxes. On the demise of Prasutagus, Roman regulation intended the majority of his possessions would bypass to the Roman emperor. However, the neighborhood Roman commanders took this as a pretext to confiscate all the property of Prasutagus and different main Iceni tribe members. Prasutagus had additionally run up money owed all through his lifetime, and when his spouse Boudica should no longer meet them, she was once stripped and crushed in public. The Roman historian Tacitus wrote that Roman troopers raped her daughters. Other tribes such as the Trinobantes had been difficulty to comparable treatment, main to developing emotions of revolt. Amongst the native Britons, it used to be Boudica who was once in a position to unite the quite a number warring tribes of Britain and led them in rebellion towards the Roman occupiers. The Roman author Cassius Dio described Boudica as very tall. Her eyes appeared to stab you. Her voice used to be harsh and loud. Her thick, reddish-brown hair flung down beneath her waist. She usually wore an exceptional golden torque round her neck and a flowing tartan cloak mounted with a brooch. 2. The first goal for Boudica and the Britons used to be the Roman town of Colchester. This metropolis stood as a brand for Roman rule. It housed a temple to the Roman Emperor Claudius. The metropolis used to be gently defended, and the Britons had little bother in razing the metropolis to the ground. The Roman governor, Suetonius, was once at the time warfare in Anglesey. When he heard the information, he traveled to London, which used to be then a small but thriving monetary center. He regarded defending London, however, worried over the developing variety of rebellious Britons, he left it solely gently armed. The Britons therefore had been capable to take London and later Street Albans. Over 80,000 human beings have been estimated to have been killed in the three cities. The Britons confirmed no mercy to these left behind. A horrible catastrophe came about in Britain. 2 cities have been sacked, 80,000 of the Romans and of their allies perished, and the island was once lost to Rome. Moreover, all this wreck used to be introduced upon the Romans by way of a woman, a truth which in itself brought about them the biggest shame, but the man or woman who used to be exceptionally instrumental in rousing the natives and persuading them to combat the Romans, the character who used to be concept priceless to be their chief and who directed the habits of the whole war, used to be Boudica, a Briton female of the royal household and possessed of increased talent and regularly belongs to women. 1. Boudica now led her developing navy north to meet Suetonius' army. Along the way, Boudica's navy was once in a position to efficiently ambush a Roman column of troopers who have been marching alongside a slim path. The 2 armies ultimately met in open battle, perchance someplace alongside Watling Street. The Britons closely outnumbered the Roman forces, however, the Romans had most useful tactics, training, discipline and weapons. The Romans selected a slender location, the place the Britons ought to now not use their most suitable numbers. The first wave of Britons was once stopped with a wave of Roman javelins. When the second wave came, the Romans held firm, at the back of their wall of shields, stabbing the Britons with the brief sword. At the stop of the battle, only 400 Romans had fallen, however up to 200,000 Britons had been slaughtered. Conflicting reviews recommend that Boudica both took poison or died from her wounds. Boudica received a gorgeous quantity of pastime in the Victorian period. The husband of Queen Victoria, Prince Albert, commissioned the statue of Boudica which stands outdoor the Houses of Parliament in London. Boudica truly grew to be an image of the British Empire, which is truly ironic given her anti-imperialist stance. The revolt of Boudica dispatched shockwaves via the Roman Empire and nearly compelled the Romans to go away England, however as soon as quelled Emperor Nero determined to substitute Suetonius with the extra impartial ruler Publius Petronius Turpilianus. Most of the sources for Boudica's time comes from Tacitus. His father-in-law, Agricola, was once an army tribune underneath Suetonius Paulinus, which nearly in reality gave Tacitus an eyewitness supply for Boudica's revolt.